It was good. I think our scout mentioned earlier yesterday. I think our scout teams have really been, a big key to it. Our GAs have done a good job with them, and they come to practice and compete a little bit, which makes us better.
Is it a particularly talented scout team? Because you talk about those guys a lot. I mean, is
yeah,
this one of the more
there are
talented
some
groups?
guys.
Yeah.
There's some guys that'll play, and then there's other guys that, walk-on guys that have caught our attention. So, the boat practices will help. We'll evaluate there, and then spring ball as well.
You talked a lot about the scout team or the walk-ons before they even got here. I mean, how much of those guys do you envision someday being potential scholarship guys?
Everybody that we bring in the program, we bring in with the expectation that they're going to someday play and get an opportunity. And, 4 or 5 years ago, it was a little easier to be a walk-on here. We had open roster spots. Now it's really competitive to get one of those 120 spots, and it's made us a better football team. The part of the 47 new guys are 10 to 15 really good quality walk-ons, and if you look at just the O-line, we got 2 walk-ons starting for us playing at a high level, and I'm really proud of that group. There's some good players in that group.
Do you envision that a group where guys can really step up next year, considering the seniors that you're losing?
Yeah, we're losing some good seniors, and I think recruiting is going well. We're going to continue to recruit, quality walk-ons too. But the whole key, anybody will tell you, is having competition and having quality competition in every position, and we have more of that now than we have had in the last couple of years.
And speaking of one of those walk-ons, Christian, he went with the seniors. I mean, what was that conversation like with him?
Yeah, he's gonna he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna graduate, and he knows his career is in a different field other than football. He'll be outstanding, and he'll start his law school career, and just really proud of him. We want him to come back, but more importantly, we want him to get ready for the next phase of his life, and that's going to be graduating and moving on.
He's made a lot of strides this year in general, though, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, he's he was a guy that came from nowhere to not only get a scholarship, but to be a starter and play a couple positions and playing at a really good level. Great example for the whole team.
Has the offensive line been even better than maybe you thought it was going to be this year?
We've stayed healthier so far. That's been a big key for it. Is there's some continuity to that, and those guys every week, even like last week, probably as crazy as it sounds, we ran for a lot of yards. I don't know if it was our best game as a group, but they've been solid and consistent all year.
I know it's not maybe where your focus is, but how have some of those guys that were injured for the year kind of been progressing?
Really good. Bryson Kane was going to be playing for us, and he's back practicing limited right now. Nick Reinhardt, who's an outstanding long snapper, he's had his surgery, and he's moving around a little bit too. Carrington Vaughn had his surgery. We expect him to be able to come back full. So we had a few injuries early that hurt us somewhat, but those guys we got, I think, one of the best medical staffs in the country. Our doctors and our group of trainers, and they've done a great job.
What about Isaiah and Jalen, obviously two guys that were potentially going to
Yeah, Isaiah in particular is a guy that we knew was going to play, and it hurt us a little bit. We had to put young guys in there, but Isaiah's progress has come along real well. He should be good, but I think by the spring.
Have you ever gone through something like you did with the quarterback position last year?
Only if you compare it to what we went through with the linebacker position 2 years ago at the Mike linebacker position. And, that's one reason why you try to build depth. But you look across the country, a lot of teams that maybe struggled a little bit this year that weren't expected to struggle, they probably had some injuries at key positions that led to that.
Have you seen a happier Rod Smith with all the health at quarterback this year and Khalil?
We've stayed healthy. The play has been pretty good. Everybody's a little happier with that. But obviously Khalil, what he's done, I'm really proud of that. But the other quarterbacks, their attitudes and how they've supported each other, and Brandon Dawkins in particular, how he's supported Khalil throughout this deal. It's been impressive to see.
How do you assess special teams? You talked a little bit about Gerhard maybe having opportunity to punt.
Yeah, we could punt better. It's frustrating for those guys as well as us because we see them punt pretty well in practice. But we're going to continue to work at it. Our Lucas has given us a big lift with his kickoffs, and we've been pretty solid on field goals for the most part. There was a game or two we didn't, but our punting team has struggled at times, and we're working hard on it.
You obviously talk a lot about how consistent Zach Green's been for you, but it seems like he's scored a touchdown almost every carry. I mean, how valuable has he been as a goal line back for you?
He's a big, powerful guy, and you know he runs with low pads, and he's hard to wrap around. If you look at him, he's so thick, and he gets downhill in a hurry pretty quick. So he's not just that role, but that's part of his big role in the red zone when you know that he's probably going to have to run through an arm tackle. He's big enough to do that.
What's the biggest stride that he's made this year, you think?
Zach, you know, I think he's in good shape. He's always had a great understanding of our offense, but he's proven that he doesn't have to be just a short yardage guy. He can be an every down back.
With the possibility of it being rainy, I mean, how important is it going to be technically sound with the carrying the ball and?
Yeah, the ball. So we worked on wet ball drills today quite a bit with all the specialists and all the skill guys on offense, and we'll do it every day this week.
A little off topic, but how much have you come across Tony Perry over the years? Of the Fresno coach, just passed away.
I didn't know that.
I know a lot of the Fresno guys that kind of.
Yeah, I'm sure Jim knows him pretty well. I didn't even know that was happening. Geez, I'm living in a cave, I guess. Golly.
All right, guys.
Okay.